welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today we are looking at changes. What is the next big change that's happening for you in your life? And we got so much information, very different answers in each group. There were some specific differences, of course, but there was a couple of themes, one in particular that ran through all 4 groups. So I'll be curious to know what you think. But today we have a bit of a beach theme, as you can see. I felt like just pulling out some of the underwater, sea, beach themed cards today. I just felt pulled to use these cards today, I think because of the cold weather. But we did something a little bit different today too. As you know, I usually use charms. Today we did a treasure chest oracle. So I don't know if you remember, but in the summer I did a beach bag oracle where I filmed on the dock in the summer by the water. It was so much fun. So if you want to check that out, I will link it below. But this is very similar to that oracle, except now it's a treasure chest oracle. So same kind of idea. And I used a bunch of underwater and underwater animal and mermaid themed cards today. So that's what we focused on. So let me show you what we have for each group. First, let's take a nice deep breath. I know this really helps a lot of you select and kind of get calm before making your choice. So let's do that first. And you can pause the video if you need more time. My stomach just started growling. Okay, let me show you what we have. So for group 1, we have the dolphin card. For group 2, we have oyster. For group 3, we've got the starfish. And finally, for group 4, we've got the whale card. So whichever number or image or animal, creature you feel drawn to, that will be your messages about what the next big change is. And we got more so information about like how this change is going to happen, and there was a lot of info today, so I'm very curious to hear what you think. As always, have fun with my readings. My readings ultimately are meant for entertainment. Use your own discernment and your own judgment, of course, with any reading. So if you're listening to this and you feel like it's not quite resonating, then this one might not be for you, but I hope that it is. I hope that today's message does resonate and bring some clarity and maybe some comfort throughout these changes. All of the information, of course, will be in the description. And I will link below the beach bag reading that I did because it was so much fun. And what else? I do have Patreon, and I also have memberships turned on. So if you want to support my channel and receive an exclusive video every single week, you can definitely check that out. Actually, we're doing something different now over there on Patreon and memberships. So every week we're looking into these 4 categories using the charms and a tarot card for each category. We also get angel numbers as well as letters over there as well. So lots of info. So if you want to check that out and support the channel, that is greatly appreciated. Those are linked below. But I appreciate you watching today's video. I appreciate the likes and the subscribes. Thank you so much for your support. We will dive into it. We'll start with group number 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose the dolphin, then this is your messages about what is about to change for you. And it's so funny because suddenly my apartment feels like so hot. It's so warm, and it's not warm outside. But just the feeling, as soon as I started this reading, it just felt suddenly so warm. I feel like I'm at the beach right now. So yeah, we're going to see what is about to change for you. I wasn't really sure what I was going to ask until I sat down. And then I thought, okay, I want to know what is the next big change. So what's changing? What's about to change? So mutually beneficial venture and inner desires. Okay, very interesting. So this says, there is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. Wow. And then you have inner desires. So set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. Wow, group 1. Okay, so this is pretty intense. So what is about to change for you? You could be meeting someone, or not even necessarily meeting them. You might already know this person. But there's something you might be able to do with someone or with a group So it's helping you, but it's also helping them, right? It's mutually beneficial. It's helping everyone involved in some way. But this is good because you're getting some extra help. Someone's helping you with something, or you're about to do something with someone, or someone's about to, someone might be recruiting you for something or asking you to join in for something. I'm sensing maybe a few of you have like recently joined like a group of some kind, maybe for like a hobby or something like that, or something that you're interested in. So this could be playing a role as well. And then set some intentions. You're entering a phase of plenty, or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. So alongside working with other people as part of this change, there's also going to be some sort of windfall or boost of some kind. So it's wanting for you to get very clear about what it is that you want, because it's going to be within your grasp with help. Okay, so there's going to be some help. It's almost as if like you imagine a genie popping in and saying, okay, well, what do you wish for? And you haven't given any thought maybe to what those wishes will be. So what I'm getting is it's time to really think about what it is that you want, because there's going to be help available. So if you get very clear about, okay, where am I going? What do I want? What do I want it to look like? Like having a target in mind is going to really be helpful here, because it's also helping the people that are helping you, you know? So that's what's coming through first. Okay, you've got shiny and new, so expect a valuable gift. Longhorn cowfish, okay. This deck is stunning. This is Vanessa Somuayina's deck. It's absolutely beautiful. I haven't used it yet, but look how stunning this is. So shiny and new, expect a valuable gift. So that's really interesting with the messages of a windfall, some sort of sudden windfall. So, oh goodness, so part of, okay, even just me bonking into, like something might be a surprise, or something might kind of happen suddenly or catch you off guard. So there's some sort of gift coming in as part of this change. I feel like it's the gift of an opportunity. Group 1, what is happening, or what is the next change for group 1? Life is a marathon. Don't burn yourself out in one sprint. Okay, so whatever this is, it's not going to be like something that is short-lived, all right? So this is going to be something that I feel like you're going to want to commit to, or it is something you will be committing to. Okay, so there may be some commitment involved in this change, time commitment, energy, like I'm kind of getting something about time. Okay, so there's something where you're going to be agreeing to something, you know, for a certain amount of time. It could be like a year, it could be longer, it could be months or something like that. But there's something about you and whoever you're working with really being in it for the long haul. It's not like, it's not something I feel like you're going to be like only doing for a little while. This is something you're committing to. Okay, this is something you're committing to. And again, it's because you have, everyone seems to have like a clear intention in mind about what they're working towards, right? And this is really helping. I'm getting, whoever you're working with, there's a really cooperative and reciprocal feeling or exchange with this. So it feels like everyone's just on the same team working towards, and even if you're all working towards like different personal goals, you're all helping each other, right? You're all helping each other achieve and helping each other get to where you want to be. Group 1, what is the next change? Blessed change and dream big. Okay, so this is really interesting, group 1. So let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. I think that makes a lot of sense with this inner desires card, because you're being encouraged to dream big, right? This talks about you're entering a phase of plenty. So part of this too is like not limiting yourself, okay? Or not, I'm getting not passing up on this because of like limiting beliefs about yourself. I'm getting some of you have a hard time committing to things long term because you might doubt your ability to stick with something or your ability to commit to something. You've got a major life change brings you great blessings. So being that that's sort of the theme of the reading, you know, what is the next big change? We've got a blessed change. So this is a really big opportunity. Now, again, this could be many things. Everyone's situation will be different. This could be like a job offer, right? Where you're really like you're part of a team and you're all working together and everyone's helping each other. And I feel like for a lot of you that might be what it is, like signing contracts for like a job. You're signing a 1-year contract or something like that. Or business ventures, possibly. You know, if you've got a business or anything that you do that is, you know, anything self-employment related. It could be too that you're making some connections, some business connections, meeting new people, getting new clients. If you are in business too, I feel like whoever you're working with or whoever your clientele is really values whatever it is that you offer. Okay, so you offer something that people are really enjoying. They're happy to pay for it. They're happy to pay you for it. They're happy to be spending money with your business, and they're happy to be referring their friends. So it's really nice because if you're ever doubting, okay, you know, especially if you're like setting prices for something, if this does resonate for you, the whole business thing, but if you're setting your prices and you're sort of wondering to yourself like, oh, is that too much? Like, you know, don't underestimate your value or the value of what it is that you offer or what it is that you sell, if that's the case. If it's not so much a job, it could be honestly just a big change in your life, something that you're doing with other people and everyone's working together and it's benefiting everyone and everyone's wanting to see the other people succeed and lift each other up, even if it's just 2 people, you and one other person. This person wants to see you reach your goals and succeed, and they're helping you stay on track is what I'm getting. And I feel like part of this change too is setting, like it talks about long-term goals. I think it's going to be more about like consistency rather than overnight success. Okay, so again, this is something where you've got the long-term goal in mind. It's not about this happening quick or tomorrow or next week. Like whatever this change is, you're in it for the long haul, and it could be something that ends up actually happening in months into the future, or possibly even years. Or I don't feel like it's that long, but I do feel like it's definitely something where this isn't going to be an overnight thing. It's going to be well worth it, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, we had one fallout. Meditate. So make some quiet time in the still air. So meditate. So I think this sort of connects with this whole idea of inner desires. I think sometimes it's hard to like, if we don't know what we're working towards or what it is we really want, I think that's when we start to feel sort of lost or like directionless, I guess. So I feel like you're getting a very clear picture of what it is that you want to change, what it is that you want your life to look like in 1 year, 6 months into the future. So you've got this very crystal clear picture of what it is that you want. And I feel like that's what you're meditating on and really reflecting on. And it's really wanting for you to not limit the possibilities. Okay, so I think you tend to, when you dream about the future, you almost cut yourself off. Like you'll be thinking about the future and thinking, oh, I would love that. I would love to do that. But oh, is that realistic? Or, oh, could I really do that? So the cards are really encouraging you to dream big, not limit yourself. So meditate on what you want and don't, like without judgment, without overthinking it, really meditate on what it is that you want. Because I'm seeing here, group 1, that it's available to you. It may take some time. It may take some cooperation and some teamwork, but it's achievable. And this could be like everyday things too, right? So I gave a few examples. I talked about possible business collaborations if you're self-employed, or you know, if you've got a business. I talked about possible new job contracts with a team. You're working with a team that you really enjoy. But it could be many things, right? This could be like a financial goal that you have. So you're contacting professionals, for example, with this card, mutually beneficial venture. You're contacting professionals and trying to learn about and trying to like set long-term financial goals. Sorry, I keep coughing. This cough is like almost gone. It's been a couple weeks, but it's almost gone. Okay, I want to get you some tarot to add some detail, and then I want to get you your special treasure chest oracle So group one, what is group one's next big change? What's group one's next big change? I feel like you're oh, the sun, beautiful. I feel like you're dealing with a lot of self-doubt, okay? And you know why I say that is because there's this strange feeling that I'm experiencing as I'm recording this of like, I don't know the exact way to explain it, but there's almost a feeling of like self-doubt that I can feel right now with like, is this message resonating? Is it making sense? But I'm really trusting that who this is for, it will resonate for them, right? So there's sort of something happening within you where I think you are finding your confidence. And I'm getting something group one about you asking more for yourself. Like not only for yourself, but of yourself. Like you're worth it. You're worth putting this effort in or making this commitment or setting this goal. And I think I'm sensing that someone here sort of hesitates with creating long-term goals because it's like, oh, that's a year away. That'll take 6 months. That will take a whole year. Well, I always kind of go back to like the time is going to pass anyways. So you might as well be using that time so that in 6 months, in a year, you're thanking yourself today. I've been trying to do that where I'm like, do something that future Liz is going to thank you for. If I've got dishes in the sink, future Liz tomorrow will be really, really grateful that I washed them today and that everything isn't dried onto the pots and pans. Future Liz will be really happy that I did my laundry today so that I have something to wear in the morning and I'm not rushing around trying to find a clean outfit for work. Future Liz is going to be really happy that I set aside this $20 in my piggy bank as opposed to spending it on something, frivolous. So I think there's something about you're worth it. You're worth the effort. And then also what I was getting was something like, it's okay to ask for help and you're worth getting help. Like if someone offers you help or is doing something for you, accept it, right? Accept it. And there's something about like, you might hesitate sometimes to accept opportunities for yourself. Maybe due to lack of confidence, but I feel like you're finding your confidence. All right, I feel like you're really finding your confidence, and I feel like part of this change is feeling confident enough to ask for what you want, and feeling confident enough in yourself to set a particular goal, and to ask for what you want, like these inner desires. I feel like there's something about you asking, like saying these things out loud, telling the people around you what you want. And yeah, there's definitely something about setting some intentions. Okay, let's get some more tarot. Group one. Okay, so definite change, themes of change, and a change reading to get this card. So this is a really big change. You're going through a lot of transformations right now. Like this is talking, just like this says, a major life change. This is a major life change. All right, so I wasn't really sure what to expect with today's reading. I thought, okay, well, one group might get a change, a small change, a change in location or a change in a relationship. I didn't really know what was going to come up today. This is, for you, group one, this is major life change. This is like a completely new chapter for you. So something's ending as a part of this change. Something is ending. It could be a job. It could be just a chapter. I'm sort of getting the idea of just a chapter of life. This is a huge transformation that's taking place for you, right? Okay, so this reading isn't about something small. This is about massive change and transformation. And I'm getting so much about confidence for you. Because like this says, let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. So that's part of the battle, I think, for you, is like actually visualizing this. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like you tend to sort of, as soon as you start to imagine what it is that you might want, you think of reasons why you shouldn't, or you think of reasons why you can't, or why you won't be able to, or what's going to stand in your way. Whereas I feel like part of this transformation, you're pushing forward anyways. You're figuring it out. Okay, you're giving yourself permission to take what you want and have what you want because you know that you're worthy of it. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. Anything that you're saying to yourself that's discouraging you from creating these long-term goals, or for embracing these changes, or for accepting these blessings or windfalls, I think you're letting go of. because it says here, goals are within your grasp. Whatever this is that you want to do is achievable, is what I'm getting to tell you. It absolutely is achievable. It's something you can do, but you first have to believe that you can do it. And I keep getting this sense, because there's something about my communication that I've got this odd feeling where I'm like, oh, okay, is this good? Is this making sense? And I don't usually, I mean, I get that feeling sometimes, of course, but it's a bizarre sort of sensation that I'm having right now. So I feel like part of you, this could be about like sort of putting yourself out there and not being shy, just sort of being like, part of this, it might require you to be a bit more in the spotlight, or it might require you to be confident, showcase your skills or showcase your abilities. Okay, so there could be some interview processes involved, or the need to kind of like really communicate or be authentic, be yourself. What I'm getting to tell you too is you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? And I'm really, really guilty of this. I have scrapped entire readings just because like there's something that I didn't like, or I was kind of feeling insecure that day, or I didn't like one thing about it, or the angle of a camera, or the lighting. I have probably scrapped maybe 10 videos. But who knows, like maybe if I hadn't, maybe there would have been a really valuable message in one of those videos, right? So I think part of this too is sort of letting go of the perfectionism and being authentic and being yourself, and definitely letting go of shyness is a big part of this for you, group one. So yeah, big changes, right? You've got 2 cards specifically in a reading about change, letting you know that these are big changes, life-changing changes, not fleeting, quick, overnight things, but things that are going to require long-term commitment and belief in yourself, and belief that this is achievable. And along the path, you're going to have some help. You're going to make new connections. One specifically, it's saying an extraordinary connection. And this relationship is going to be mutually beneficial. So it's going to be helpful for everyone involved. And then again, like the example I gave, like if you've got a business, trust your ability. Okay, I want to get one more tarot card, and then we'll get you your magical treasure chest oracle items. Okay, group 1. Okay, a bunch came out, so we'll take them, but that's a lot. All right. Oh, wow. Look at this. Okay, so you've got the Magician. We saw the Magician earlier. So you've got the resources available to you, or they're coming, okay? But I really think this is more about like you've got the abilities within you. It's just a matter of like believing in yourself, all right? So that's one thing. I'm really, again, strongly getting you need to set a clear intention. Ace of Wands, I feel like new exciting opportunities are around the corner for you, and possibly one really exciting idea or a newfound passion for something that you might be sort of discovering, which can this might be the thing that sort of gets the ball rolling or sort of facilitates this change in the first place, is one big idea or burst of inspiration, or it's like you're getting an idea and you're deciding to believe in yourself enough to actually make it happen. You've got Knight of Swords. So this is going to require, I'm getting some boldness or some directness, but also the confidence to actually pursue it. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is very direct, very bold. I can see here, they're riding a shark. Like, I think part of this transformation, and I love this big sun there because it's reminding me of our sun card, but I think part of this transformation is also being bold enough to go for what it is that you want. And then you have Page of Pentacles here. So this could be, again, connected to finances or a new job, or just something you're discovering, like a new passion for something I'm getting, or just something you're discovering that you want to explore more. So I do feel like this is something new, whatever this big change is. It's something you'll want to commit to, but it's something sort of new that you're exploring for the first time, is what I feel like. And you're really excited about it. You're excited to move forward with it. I'm seeing a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of optimism too. I feel like this is something that's making you feel really optimistic. So you need to hold on to that, because again, we keep getting emphasis like this is going to take some time, or this will require some time and dedication, some commitment, some discipline perhaps. So you're going to have to hold on to that discipline and realize that you are worth putting in this time and dedication in towards what it is that you want. Okay, let's get your magical treasure chest. A little peek into what's in here. I gave it a good stir. It's just random. It's really actually quite random. There's so much very special treasures. This is just a small part of my random collection of things that I've accumulated over time. So yeah, let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can find out about this mutually beneficial long-term venture that is clearly changing your life in some way. So let's find out more about it. I might actually just use my hand because with my eyes closed, it's hard to kind of sense if I've even got anything in the boat. So I'm just going to use my hand. Okay, that's a little more than I thought, but that's okay. Let's see. You might be too young to remember, but when I was a kid, when you would go to Red Lobster, they would bring this little treasure chest around, and then you got to choose treasure out of it. So that kind of reminds me of that. All right, so cool. We've got a good variety. We've got some beach toys. We've got some little animals. This I bought at a yard sale. There was a yard sale where the lady was selling her crafts. So she had these little dragonflies. Okay. Yeah, you've got a couple of beach toys. You've got a whale. You've got the compass. I had this for part of a pirate costume one year. And then you've got the bicycle, the beach cruiser bicycle, and then you've got the little beach chair. Okay, so cool little variety. So let me just see what comes through intuitively. I didn't practice or really even assign meaning to any of these, so I'm just going to see what comes in intuitively. So one of the first things I'm noticing, I like that you've got the two little frogs, because it's sort of, to me, emphasizing this idea that you're doing this with someone and you're really working and cooperating together as part of this new chapter in your life. You're working together, or someone's helping you, like someone's there along for the ride and helping you. Like I feel like, of course, it's going to be mutually beneficial and the two of you are helping each other and seeing each other succeed. But I do feel like there's care there and there's actual like a friendship there. Okay. And one thing that's actually coming through, which is very specific, but there's something about keeping the communication very clear between you two. There could be like contracts to sign, or it could be really helpful to make sure to like keep everything in writing, and any agreements that you make sure you both write them up and really fully understand them. This is coming through. So that would probably apply more to people that are like doing sort of like business contracts or things like that. But in anything that you're doing, I'm getting that clear communication with whoever you're working with is going to be really important. My aunt once told me good paperwork keeps good friends, because I was in business with a friend, and it's true. So really like making sure you're both on the same page could be really important with this mutually beneficial venture. What else do we have? Yeah, we've got this cute little dragonfly. This could be crafty, like there could be something that you're creating and selling, just being that I felt the need to tell you that I bought this at a yard sale, because she had like a bunch of her crafts set out. They were so adorable and I couldn't resist, and she had them really nicely displayed. So it could be something that you're crafting or working on or making by hand possibly. But dragonflies can also have to do with illusion. So maybe there's something about, yeah, maybe the themes of illusion, maybe. I wonder. Okay, group one, I just paused to go get this. This is the deck that we chose from, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook, and I knew there was something about dragonfly. So that's where I remember illusion being from. So let's see what this says. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? So I think that's really interesting with meditation and this idea of like dreaming big and like accepting what is available to you and letting go of small thoughts about yourself, seeing yourself succeed. So the situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, this energy sees clearly, is joyful and magical. I love that with the sun card. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. And to bring into balance, focus on the breath, which is so interesting because you had the meditate card. So you might be watching, this might be something you're interested in learning more about. You might be interested in checking out some guided meditations, possibly on YouTube, or meditating in your own way, something that you do that is meditative or relaxing. But I would definitely maybe check out some guided meditations that interest you because this theme's come up quite a lot, all right? So it could just be that your mind is constantly, I can relate to this. My mind's constantly going, and a lot of the things that are going through my mind are worries and concerns and fears, and oftentimes those things keep me from doing things and kind of keep me stuck sometimes. So just a thought, but I thought that was interesting. I wanted to kind of look more into dragonfly just because we have that. Okay, so let's keep going here. I do find it interesting that you've got this little watch. There's something, again, I was getting earlier about long-term commitment or time. Whatever this is may require you to shift your schedule or pencil it in, like make it part of your priority of something that you're actually prioritizing for the week. Okay, so time is a factor here. You've got this little, this is like a little sand sifter. So it could be something about like sifting through ideas. So this could be something you're doing with this person, is sifting for ideas or sifting through ideas possibly. I think some of you with the Ace of Wands and this little shovel, there's something about like a breakthrough is at hand. Shovels always make me think of breakthroughs or uncovering something. Maybe you're uncovering some sort of idea or something. Sorry, I'm just readjusting my legs. Something is being uncovered possibly. This is interesting. This is part of a costume that I had. But yeah, this is like a little compass. So something about like treasure hunting or finding direction possibly. Yeah, definitely something about finding direction. So the beach chair is interesting because, and with the bicycle too, because I'm getting something about remembering to take breaks. Because remember this said, where did that card go? It said, yeah, life is a marathon. Don't burn yourself out in one sprint. Remember to take breaks. Remember to rest, okay? Learn to rest, not quit is a quote that I've always liked. So remember to rest and take breaks and don't be hard on yourself. Just remember this, like, life is a marathon. Don't just like, and I feel like we do that, right? We tend to like, we'll have this goal, we'll have this dream, we go full into it and we sort of, it's like all, it consumes us, right? And then we burn out, right? Or the first obstacle that pops up, we feel like quitting. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You've got the bicycle too. This is just making me think of endurance and pushing and sort of the ups and downs of this. And feel free to kind of look deeper into any of these symbols if there's something that resonates personally for you. But yeah, that's making me think of actually enjoying the journey. And you've also got the whale. Whales can have to do with communication. They also make me think of music. So I don't know if music resonates for you, but communication specifically. So in this case, it could also be saying like communicate what it is that you want. Communicate what it is that you would like and accept it. Because you keep getting these things about like, you've got this talking about a windfall bringing you, or what was it? There was one talking about a windfall. I know there was. Yeah, it was this one. So you are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall, and then you have expect a valuable gift. So there's something new. There's something some sort of windfall or boost that's coming in that is, I think, prompting this change, or is a part of this change, or part of this opportunity, or part of this venture that's coming in. So there's some sort of gift coming in. So I kept getting earlier about something you need to communicate more of what you need or communicate what you want so that people know, right? Because like I feel like if you hold this in, like these people around you that might be able to help won't know, right? So I think communication, being honest about what it is that you want, honest about these inner desires, because inner desires is sort of to me suggesting you've been keeping it in, you've been holding it in. No one even knows what you want to work towards or what this goal is. So I feel like if you're more open about it and communicate it more, someone might say, oh yeah, no, that's awesome. I can help you with that, or I can point you in the right direction, or let's join together and do this. Like, so really, I think just being a little bit more honest and authentic and a little bit more open about these goals and dreams that you have, right? Because I think you've been keeping it to yourself, and I think that's part of why you've been kind of limiting yourself too, because I think the people that you're going to meet or work with are really encouraging and are going to maybe help you with this like limiting belief thing that's been coming up. So very cool, group 1. So let's get a few letters. We've got a few minutes. I didn't want to make this too long, but we'll get you a few letters and see what comes up. So we, of course, will go back to our usual charms after this, but I thought it'd be fun to use the treasure chest oracle today. Something different. And yeah, if you liked it, check out my Beach Bag oracle reading. Like, I had so much fun with it, and unfortunately, not a lot of people, I don't think it got suggested to a lot of people. So let me know what you see. I often don't see much. If you know me and my readings, you know I don't typically see a lot, but I see desire. Right now I see desire. I'll just split them up right for you. I see move. I see door. I'm getting like door to opportunity. I also think, group one, it's a good time for you to embrace your interests right now. Things that are interesting to you, or things like those little things in the back of your mind where you're like, hey, what would that be like? Like if I explored that idea, or if I looked more into that, like now's a good time to seek out any information or any help that you need. Like now's a good time to ask questions, be curious, like explore these different ideas, because new opportunities are sort of like, I feel like you're entering a really lucky time where opportunities are sort of popping in, and now's your time to explore those different opportunities. So I feel like follow your curiosity right now could be a good tip. And it's so interesting you chose dolphin, because there's such a heavy friendship, fun theme with today's reading, and community and friends is coming through really strongly. Okay, so let me know what you see. So we'll leave it there today, group one. Let me know what you think. If you enjoy me or my readings, definitely don't forget to hit that like button and check out that beach bag reading. So I'd love to hear what you think of that one. That one included like, the beach bag had like cards and all this kind of stuff in it too, and bubble wands and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. We will see you next time. Hello, group two. If you chose the oyster card, then this is your messages about what is the next big change coming in. So today we've got, as you can see, a bit of a beach theme today. And we're using a fun oracle today. We're going to use the treasure chest oracle. Now, I just sort of started, I hadn't really made a plan for today, just sort of dove in. And for group one, I did the treasure chest oracle after the cards. I might incorporate the treasures right into your reading. We'll have to see. I'm just kind of going with the flow. But first, let's see what we got for your cards. We're trying to find out what is the next big change coming in for you, group two, if you chose the oyster. So what is the next big change coming in for you, group two? Let's see. You're on the right path, so keep going through the in-betweens. So if you are experiencing right now doubt or like questioning, okay, did I choose the right direction? Am I on the right path? If you're feeling a little bit lost right now, just trust and know that you're on the right path. You're going in the right direction. The decision that you made, or the decisions that you've made up until now, are correct. Okay, so teamwork makes the dream work. So work with others to accomplish greatness. It's so funny. This seems to be a bit of a collective theme right now in this reading, because group one, that was part of their reading. And yeah, it seems like right now the universe is really encouraging us to work together, to come together and support one another and help each other. Okay, so whatever this big next change is could require some teamwork, or it could involve working with others. All right, so there could be some involvement with others needed for this next big change. Okay, so what else do we need to know about this next big change? I'm going to do this a little differently for group two. Let's see, group two. Let me just... Yeah, I'm feeling like over here, like this one. Let's see what we have. Replacing what was lost. All right, so interesting. Part of what could be going on, part of this new chapter, this change that's taking place, did involve like saying goodbye to something. All right, so you may have experienced some sort of change recently, or something maybe didn't work out, or an opportunity was lost, or some sort of shift happened that I feel like was out of your control. But this is bringing a new start. This is bringing something fresh for you. And I feel like when this happens, sometimes we can kind of doubt ourselves. It's like, okay, well, this didn't work out, or I lost this opportunity. Did I choose the wrong path? Am I going in the right direction? You are. This was just something that happened along the way. This might be happening with me right now with something in my life to do with work. So, unexpected changes happen, right? That's just the reality of it. So this says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. All right, so then you have gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. So gliding through currents. Gliding through currents. Yeah, you may be kind of like having to adapt. I feel like there's something about like adapting to something new, all right, that feels really strange and unfamiliar. So you may be going through that now. Like you might know exactly what this is. Okay, let's get some tarot. Group 2. What is the next change coming in for group 2? Six of Swords. Temperance. Eight of Cups. Yeah. So I do feel like, yeah, something ended. Part of this like involves a loss of some kind. Again, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. And I know it's so much easier to kind of acknowledge this in hindsight, not while we're going through it, of course, but sometimes the universe sort of makes room for new things. And in order to do that, we have to let go of the old. So I feel like something that maybe wasn't meant for you, or wasn't meant to be long-term, or wasn't the right fit for you, or maybe you weren't really happy in it or fulfilled. I feel like maybe you made this change. That could very well be the case. But I think for some of you watching, it just happened. Like your job shut down, or there was a layoff, or there was like something happened. You had to move suddenly, or, something happened that you had to go in a different direction. And I feel like right now you're just trying to kind of adapt to the changes, but you're being encouraged that you're on the right path. Just because this happened doesn't mean that you screwed up or made the wrong decision, right? Because you're on the right path. And again, this is one of those readings where I think it's like so much easier to see once we've arrived, because anytime I've been like really happy with what I've found or where I've ended up, I've looked back at like all of the different things that have happened along the way. And I'm sure you can do this too, and like think, oh, wow, if that breakup hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here. If I hadn't left that job, I wouldn't have found this job. Like there's so many different situations in life where we can kind of see that after the fact, but in the moment, it doesn't make it any easier. I get that, but okay, you've got 2 more decks here. Okay. But yeah, 8 of Cups is really interesting with replacing what was lost. So something new is coming in. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, you've got time to move on. So it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So yeah, this is definitely encouraging you to embrace the new. I think because the old, whatever is you're walking away from, is no longer the same anyways. I'm getting the sense that for a lot of you, this does have to do with work or a job or something like that. It doesn't have to. It could just be like, it could be a city, it could be a relationship, it could be just in general, like a chapter of your life that is just totally different now due to changes that took place. But I do see with 6 of Swords, the good news is a couple of things. I do feel like things are going to start calming down now is when, if that resonates, I feel like I'm getting that sense. Okay, so I'm sensing a strong feeling of calmness coming in. And it's also saying too that the direction that you're going in is going to be an improvement. So let's get one of these, group 2. Stillness. In calm waters, everything becomes clear. Okay, so I was just talking about, that's so strange. I was just talking about how things are starting to calm down. Okay, so if you've been going through a lot of change, things should start sort of feeling a little bit more steady. Okay. In the near future, if it hasn't yet. Let me just aim this down a little bit so we've got a little bit more space for cards. But Yeah, I feel like you've been kind of having to go with the flow, and I really think you should be proud of yourself, okay? I think you've been having to adapt to a lot of change recently. So a couple of things, group 2. Sorry, let me just adjust my legs and take a sip of my tea. Let's get cozy. Let's kind of settle into this here. So a couple of things. I want you to know, first of all, that there's no rush, okay? There's no rush to know exactly where it is you're going, because I feel like you've just found out that you've had to shift directions, okay? So give yourself time. First of all, give yourself time, be patient with yourself, and allow yourself to kind of adapt to this changing circumstance, okay? So first of all, go easy on yourself. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself that time of calm or to be still. You know what I mean? Like, and what's so strange about this talks about the in-betweens. So I feel like you're not where you came from, clearly, right? Something has shifted, something has changed. But you're not exactly where you want to be, because I feel like you don't even know where that is yet, right? So something changed. And I feel like you've had to shift your idea of like, okay, well, this is what I thought was going to happen. I had to do this with my breakup. Like, I had such a clear picture of like what my life was going to look like, and then it all shifted. So I'm kind of still going through this too with you, I think, because I really have no idea. Like, I'm going to be 38 this year, and I started over at 36. Like, it doesn't even, like, I didn't anticipate that at all. So maybe you're going through something similar. So just know that I can relate to that feeling. So I think it's okay to kind of be, just like this says, go through this in between, glide through this current, because you're on the right path. Like, you're going to end up, what I'm getting is, you know how they say, like, what is meant for you is waiting for you. Okay, so you're on the right path, and I feel like having sort of a patient approach and a gentle approach with yourself is really necessary. Some of you could also be healing through something, or there could be like some healing involved that's currently taking place. But what I do love about the Six of Swords, and what I like actually about this card being there, is there could also be some assistance as part of this change. Someone sort of helping glide you through this current, this change, because it's so funny to see this phrase too, gliding through currents. I feel like with this card, I always imagine like the water is wavy where you're coming from. Something has been hectic. It's been unpredictable. It's been wavy and tense, and unpredictable is the word that keeps coming in. But where you're going is definitely smoothing or calming down. And it's so funny we got this card, because that's exactly the feeling I was getting. And in this calm time that you're about to enter, then I think you're going to be able to like figure out what it is that you want, or where you're going. You know what I mean? Or what this new life might look like, or what this new job might be, so be patient with yourself is the first thing that I'm getting. You're definitely right in the midst of a transition or a change, okay? You're definitely in the middle of some sort of shift or major life change. Really getting you're in the in-between is what keeps coming through. So yeah, this says it's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. So that's what this replacing what was lost card is really all about, because this is saying that part of this big change, group 2, is starting anew. You're starting fresh. And this, if it hasn't happened yet, I feel like it's going to happen soon, but it's saying you're going to have a new perspective or outlook. And it's also signaling that abundance is on the horizon. So part of where you're going, I feel like, is going to be very abundant, but unfortunately, I feel like right now you can't even fathom what's out there, because you've been so used to what you just came from. So I feel like you can't even fathom it. You can't even fathom the relationships. You can't even fathom the people you might meet, or this new job that you might find that is the perfect fit, or this new adventure that you're going to go on, or this new home that you're going to find. Like, you can't even fathom. I remember like dreaming about apartments, like when I was kind of going through everything. And it was just so difficult to picture sometimes. And I remember I had this one dream, and this is so funny because I swore I was never going to say this because it sounds so silly and it sounds like it's not true, but I swear I had a dream of a place that looked so similar to this apartment, and I didn't realize it until I was standing outside of my bedroom door one day, because I remember a specific spot in my dream. There was this like little table, and then a door to the bedroom. And in my dream, there was an upstairs to this apartment. It never seemed realistic that like my apartment would have an upstairs. Like to me, I'm like, well, what kind of an apartment would have an upstairs? So I found this apartment. I've got an attic with stairs that go up to the attic. And when I was standing in the doorway to my bedroom, that dream came back to me. And I remember like seeing that same looking table from my dream, but it was right there. So basically, I feel like you can't even fathom what is out there for you. And I feel like maybe I felt the need to bring up that dream because maybe you've been dreaming of something. I don't know. I felt the need to bring that up, but I've never told anyone that because it just sounds so strange that I swear I dreamt of something so similar to what I ended up with. So yeah, maybe you're having a dream or something. Maybe that's why I thought of that, because the word dream's there. But yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. So part of this change, group 2, could involve assistance along the way or working with others to help get to where you want to go. I feel like group 2, right now, you're entering a time of like trial and error, experimentation, thinking outside the box, like trying new things. So again, don't expect perfection right now. All right. Don't expect perfection. Don't expect to know all the answers. There could be, I feel like right now you're trying to find out, okay, well, what do I want? So if it's a job, for instance, you may apply for different jobs or do different interviews or even get a new job, decide you don't like it, and then go in a different direction. Or if you are in business, you might try different ideas right now, and like you'll find that some of them work, some of them don't. So you know what I mean? So I feel like you're really going with the flow right now and trying to figure out, okay, well, what is this new version going to look like? What do I want it to look like? So I feel like you've got some time to just sort of, to just try different things. And I feel like too, there's such, like I said earlier, there's a collective theme of like meeting new people or people in your life helping you. So definitely lean into the people around you. You could also be meeting people throughout this journey along the way that are helping you in some way or helping you point you in the right direction or give you advice or something like that. So definitely don't be shy to incorporate other people into whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that comes up. There could be people that can really help. So yeah, there's definitely a collective theme so far. I'll be interested to see if this theme comes up for 3 and 4. But there's definitely a theme today of support from others and getting support and other people, being available to help you. Let's see what Vanessa says about this card. I'm curious. This is the Orca Pod number 6. This deck is absolutely stunning. Like, look at, like, exquisite, beautiful. Okay. Oh, has that new book smell. Okay, so teamwork makes the dream work. So it says orcas hunt in groups called pods, which increases their chances of success. Observing them together leaves no doubt about orcas being brilliant and intuitive. Therefore, when this card shows up, orca's message calls you to communicate and work with others. Try not to shy away from forming new relationships, especially professional ones. I just got a strong message. Some of you had to move or relocate, or part of this next big change may involve relocation. So you may have to meet new friend groups, or if you're changing jobs, for instance, you're getting to know a new group of coworkers. I like how it says that. Try not to shy away from forming new relationships, especially professional ones. So really, there's an emphasis on professional relationships around the corner for you. So working with a group of individuals who share the same goal and values will enable you to accomplish far greater things than doing it solo. So I love that. Teamwork does make the dream work sometimes. Use the resources that are available to you too. Even if it's like a professional of some kind, like someone to do with finances or business or, anyone that you can kind of recruit to help you with this or to join in or even just ask for advice. So it says, in a pod, each whale has a job to fulfill. Having structure is the crucial ingredient for the group to be victorious. Do not shy away from stepping into a leadership role if things get chaotic. So part of this change, group 2 may require you to actually take the lead at some point. Assigning each team member a specific set of tasks will benefit the entire group. So part of what you're doing, part of this new chapter may require you to have like a specific task, or someone may, like, there may be something that you can do, or even like possibly with the oyster, this can be about hidden talents. There could be something that's like very special or unique about you that you have to offer that is like helping you in some way. You know what's interesting, group two? This just came in. I feel like throughout what was lost, you're finding something about you. You're finding like there's something you didn't realize you could do, or like a talent you're finding, or an interest or something like that. Like there's hidden treasure in this experience or through this transition that you're finding that you didn't realize was there. I feel like you didn't know it was there. So you're kind of discovering it. Because I feel like it's almost like I feel like you didn't have the chance. I can't help but feel like this new place or wherever it is that you're going, that you're currently finding, is just going to be such a great fit for you. Like the people that you're with, the people that you meet, the friends that you make, the place that you find, like it's going to, I know this is challenging. I know this awkward kind of in-between time is so difficult, this period of transition, this in-between time. But once you're there, I think you're going to be so, I'm getting welcomed. I feel like you're going to feel at home. You're going to feel so at home once you get there. Okay, I want to get you your treasure chest. Okay, so this is a box that I had to let this focus, but my great-great-grandpa made this box. My grandma used it for jewelry. My mom used it for like scarves and jewelry for a while. So now I keep like trinkets and treasures in it. So I don't have all of them in here. I kind of focused mostly on beach-themed items. Not everything, but there's a lot of beach-themed items or summer, you know, water-related items. Kind of random. But I thought it would be fun today to do something different, and we're going to get you a few items from here. I'm closing my eyes. I was originally going to use this boat to scoop everything up, but I couldn't see with my eyes closed if I even had anything in the boat. So I'm just closing my eyes and using my hand and grabbing a handful. So I don't know what we'll get, but just to give you a little peek, there's just all sorts of little treasures. There's a little Barbie beach cooler. There's like a beach bag, a sandcastle, a watch, there's a bottle, all sorts of things. So let's see what we get. I'm going to give this a good shuffle. I might cut the sound for this part because it's going to be probably really loud, but I'm just going to close my eyes and see what we get. I'll give it a good shuffle. Okay, this is caught on my finger. So if you enjoy this, by the way, definitely check out my beach bag oracle reading that I did, because it was so much fun. Okay, so this was caught on my finger while I was shuffling, so this definitely wanted to come out, this little fishing net. You've got the shovel, you've got the beach chair, you've got the compass, you've got this shell, you've got the watch, the sundress, the cage, which I think is really interesting, and you've got the sunflower. Okay, so let me I'm kind of just using my intuition. You know what, I actually will clear the cards out just so you can see the items clearly. Again, this is one of those readings where I'm just kind of going with the flow, which is, I feel like, what you're trying to do right now where you're at. And I feel like you keep questioning like all of your decisions and all of the things that have gotten you here. You're kind of like, oh, should I have done this, or could I have done this differently? No, like you're on the right path. As much as you feel like you're kind of like in the in-between, just like this says, trust your decisions that have gotten you here, okay? Don't second guess yourself. Don't let anyone else cause you to feel that way either, okay? So definitely trust your decisions. Look, it's part of the little tarot cards there. That's really interesting. These are the tarot cards from one of Vanessa's decks too. That's super cool. Okay, I just noticed that. Okay, so let me intuitively see what I can get here. One of the themes I'm noticing for you, group two, is I feel like part of the change that's coming in is you finding your style, or feeling really confident. Like there's something about your style or what you're wearing. This is reminding me of Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're really in your Queen of Wands energy. And part of this change, part of this experience has to do with like how you present yourself, or your outfits, your hair, your makeup, possibly if you wear makeup, but just like, I feel like you're finding a newfound sense of confidence as part of this change that's happened. You're sort of free. Like there's a feeling of like feeling free to express yourself. And I feel like even though change is scary and something was lost, you know, and something changed maybe out of your control, this is a symbol of optimism. The sunflower, like I feel like there's a lot to be optimistic for. And I was getting this message to tell you earlier that you can't even fathom what's available to you. Like it's beyond your, I just got beyond your expectations. Like you can't even imagine. You got the watch. The watch came out for group 1 too. There could be something about time management. But for you, I'm getting patience specifically. Even with the temperance card, there's something about patience, taking your time. Again, there's no rush. Like with stillness, there's no rush. I feel like you're in such a hurry, right? To know what's going to happen. Where am I going? You know, there's such a hurry to get to this destination. It's okay to be in this in between. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not have all the answers, is what I'm getting to tell you. You've got the shovel, which in this case, I'm getting about like uncovering something. There's something being uncovered. And I was getting earlier about like a hidden talent. I do feel like group 2, there's something about a hidden talent or something you didn't even know you could do that you're uncovering. Okay, you're finding this out through this journey. You've got the little fishing net. So there's something about like, it's so funny too, because one of your cards specifically talked about abundance. So wherever you're going is like bringing in a lot of abundance. And I like how this says accomplishing greatness. So you're about to accomplish greatness. One of the cards, I swear. Yeah, so there's something about new coming in. Well, here it was. Look at this. Yeah, this card may also indicate abundance on the horizon. So I feel like with the fishing net, I'm just imagining like just an abundance, catching an abundance. Very interesting. You've got the compass. So trusting, I'm just getting that as like trusting your inner compass, trusting the direction, trusting the choices that you've made, trusting your intuition. This is interesting with the stillness card. There's something about resting, allowing yourself to rest and recover, or allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to take your time. Allowing yourself to pause or take breaks is coming through. And then this shell here, it's so interesting because it's got like one side here, this side kind of broke off. So I feel like this could involve a breakup or something, like you're feeling like, yeah, something, because this is so interesting with replacing what was lost. It's like something you feel like is missing. You might feel like it's missing. This too is making me think of like your hidden talents. It's reminding me of the oyster card that you chose. But yeah, it's reminding me of hidden talents, intuition, receptive. It's also making me think of like being receptive to the new. Just like this card says, you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. So you're starting over. Create with a new perspective or outlook. Definitely a feeling of like fresh starts. Where you're going is bringing a fresh start. I do think some of you are relocating or like literally moving, like cities. Okay, so that could be part of this big change. If it's not, it could just be, again, jobs or just a general sense of like things are completely different. But yeah, there's definitely a sense of freedom, release, like you're free from a situation. But yeah, it's definitely something about style. Expressing yourself, your style, finding your style is coming through, because I'm really thinking of Queen of Wands with this. Fashion could, like, that's the thing, have fun with it, right? These are sort of similar to charms in that, like, certain things may resonate for you specifically. So something about fashion or sewing or something like that could resonate. Gardening, I'm getting something about gardening, planting seeds, blossoming. Yeah, I feel like you're blossoming. I feel like you're blossoming or like flourishing. I keep almost forgetting the letters. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, partially just because I don't often find things, but look in the comments, look below in the comments. You've got friend. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like something about a friend. With teamwork makes the dream work. A friend, I feel like you're making a new set of friends, or this may like introduce you to new business partners or co-workers or something like that. Or just a new friend that like, you know, you do some fun things with. Like part of this change may be making new friends. teaming up with people. Yeah, I see work. Work, something to do with work. I see rush, like I feel like you're in a rush. You're in a hurry, and it's like, definitely, we're getting messages of like, slow down, it's okay. It's okay to not know. I'm getting to tell you to enjoy the scenery, enjoy the journey. Yeah, I'm getting there's like a hurry to get somewhere is like coming through. Hurry, I saw a rush. Let me know what you see. I don't see much else, but yeah. Look in the comments. There's always really great suggestions. So yeah, I will leave it there, group 2. I really hope that you enjoyed this. We will see you next time. Definitely don't forget to check out the Beach Bag Oracle and like this video. If you like me doing fun things like this and theming things out, I love to theme anything out. Any chance I have to add a theme to something, you know, I'm doing it. So I really enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next group 3. If you chose the Starfish card, then this is your messages about what is the next big change. And today, as you can see, we've got a bit of a beach theme today. And I did a reading back in the summer. We used a Beach Bag Oracle. So we're kind of doing something similar, only today it's my treasure chest oracle. So stay tuned for the end of your reading, or more towards the end of your reading. We're going to get you some treasure and use it as an oracle. But yeah, let's start. Let's see, what is the next big change coming in? You've got clearing the excess and total submersion. Okay, interesting. So part of what is coming in may involve letting go of the old. You could actually be like, this card talks about literal decluttering, clearing away excess clutter. So part of the next big change that you're going through may require you to declutter or let go of some items. You got go for it and let your heart lead you. Okay, interesting. So strike when the iron is hot. And then you've got you hold an internal roadmap. Let your heart lead you. Total submersion. Okay, so interesting, group 3. So part of this next big change is going to require your full commitment. And there may be a sense of like boldness or timing. Like an opportunity comes up and you really have to kind of dive in. So there's something about like diving in to your heart's desire. Okay, so part of this change is going to require your full commitment, and you're fully immersing yourself in whatever this is. Okay, so let's get the rest of your cards. I've got some tarot, sticking with the under the sea theme. Group 3. So what is the next big change for group 3? Friendship. Okay, so it's so funny. A new dawn. Very beautiful. This is funny because I mentioned in group 2, I was like, I'll be curious if this theme comes up again in group 3, because now all 3 groups have gotten something about collaboration or new relationships. So collectively, a lot of like the changes that are happening in this reading do have to do with new relationships. For you, it's not so much professional though. Okay, so for the other groups, it felt a little bit more like collaborative or like 3 of Pentacles energy. It still might be for you, but yours feels more like 3 of Cups, more social, more like fun. Okay, so there's something, not that the other groups weren't fun, but you know what I mean? Like this is more social, more about the friendship aspect of it. Okay, let's get the rest of your cards, group 3. So what is the next big change happening for group 3? What is the next big change happening for group 3? Explore, beautiful. Okay, so maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. A new dawn. Beautiful. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love all of this. I'm getting a lot for you, group 3. Okay, we've got one more deck to shuffle from. I'm just going to adjust this so we have a little bit more space in the picture for the cards. We'll get some tarot cards. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay, group 3. What is group 3's next big change? What is group three's next big change? King of Cups, Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay, so that's so funny. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like, it could be professional friendships as well, right? But in general, I'm seeing part of the next big change that's happening for you is going to include really great relationships, okay? Possibly both social and professionally, but this is definitely a collective theme. It has come up in 3 groups, so I won't be surprised if it comes up in group 4. We'll have to see, but definitely a theme today is a lot of the changes that are coming in for people are involving new connections, new relationships. So this is a really great thing. Part of this new change may bring a new friendship, or it could just bring like closeness or more opportunities for you to connect with the people that you're already friends with. I feel like it's new friendships, okay? Because you've got a new dawn. Yeah, I feel like it's new friendships. I feel like there's a lot of new relationships. I'm just kind of looking closely. I don't think I've ever noticed that little boy there, because there's these mermaids and then there's the boy. So it says make a date for play. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends, and then Three of Pentacles. Very cool. Okay. So yeah, very fulfilling relationships I'm seeing for you coming up as part of this change. Now, okay, so one of the main themes I'm seeing for you is there's some sort of opportunity coming up for you, group 3, that again is going to require a bit of like a bold move on your part. So it could be like an offer, a job offer that comes in and you're like, okay, yeah, but it's kind of requiring like your full attention. So there's a bit of like a feeling of like, okay, this is requiring my full commitment. I can't like, I can't, I have to go at this with like full enthusiasm. So it says, don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. And then with strike while the iron is hot, I'll be curious what Vanessa wrote about this. I kind of want to read it. Go for it. So I do feel like part of this change that's coming in for you, group 3, is something like an offer. It could be like a job offer or just someone maybe even asking you to kind of join in on something or collaborate on something, and you're like, okay, let's do it. But it's requiring like, again, your full commitment, your full submersion. You're fully immersing yourself into this. It's not something where you're like, okay, I'll see if I have time. Like, it's requiring your full commitment. So let's see what this says. This is number 1. Go for it. I love that. It says, there are times when you intuitively know that you've got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity before you. Whether it's a chance to land your dream job, launch your own business, or experience an adventure with a loved one that you will never forget, strike while the iron is hot. So when this card shows up, know that a fabulous opportunity comes directly your way. Do not let it pass you by. You are guided to seize this opportunity and run with the chance of it turning into something meaningful for you. Remember, you know a good thing when you see it. Avoid self-sabotaging by wasting too much time overthinking your next moves. You've got this figured out and you are competent. So, okay. So this is definitely going to involve some trust in yourself, okay, with total submersion and in this great white shark card. It's going to involve trust in yourself. Okay, trust in your abilities, in your judgment. And I like how it kind of explains, like, you can recognize a good thing when you see it. So trust yourself. Like, if an opportunity comes up, or if like it gave a few examples, like an experience with a loved one, that could definitely be what it is. Or, just something you want to like fully get into, like a new hobby could certainly be what it is, or launching a business. Whatever this is for you, this opportunity is going to come, and it may even feel too good to be true. So maybe that's where the self-sabotage comes in. But you can trust yourself. Like, get the information you need, but don't hesitate to like, oh no, this is too good of an opportunity, or I might ruin this, or I might blow this opportunity, or like whatever it is that you tell yourself that sort of self-sabotage causes you to self-sabotage. I feel like you're going for it. So this is going to come in a little bit suddenly, possibly, and it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be really exciting, but it's going to require maybe like even an answer right away. Like someone might call you and say, hey, look, this opportunity came up, but I need to know by the end of the day. So trust yourself. You know, if intuitively you feel like, no, this isn't something I'm interested in at all, or I don't like this, or then don't do it, right? That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about one of those opportunities that comes up where you're like, wow, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Like, this is exactly what I've imagined or what I dreamed of, this job or this opportunity, this business idea. Like, this is worthwhile. So I feel like that's why you're totally immersing yourself into this, because you know that this is like really worthwhile, okay? And I think it's going to be very fulfilling for you. I feel like whatever this is, this big change, is really emotionally fulfilling to you. And you really are letting your heart lead you. So whatever this is, it's something that you love. It's something that you feel this emotional connection to, or this emotional investment maybe into, where it's like, yeah, no, I really love this. I really, really love this. And I think too, like, this is just emphasizing this idea of like really rewarding relationships, potentially both professional and your friends that you're meeting. Okay, so part of this, like, and I'm kind of imagining like someone calling you up and saying, hey, like, this opportunity just came up. Are you interested? Or like, there's an opening with this opportunity. Do you want to try it? Or something like that. And you're like, oh my God, I'd love that. It would be amazing. And I feel like that little devil on your shoulder is going to say something like, oh, why bother? You know, something like that. So it's really requiring you to kind of seize the day with this appointment. And why did I say appointment? That's odd. With this opportunity, that was odd. Okay, so maybe there's something about an appointment. I don't know. That was odd. Okay, so a new dawn and explore. So it says the worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So this is requiring you to kind of go in a new direction too. So maps show what has already been discovered, go another way. So we're not repeating the past with this situation. This change is really a new dawn, right? It's bringing in new experiences. So this is going to require you to trust that even though it's unfamiliar and it's not the way you've gone before, it's going to require you to explore and experience new things. This is really making me think of like 3 of Wands. So a couple of other things that are coming up. Clearing the excess. So there could be necessity to declutter. That could be for several reasons. This could just be because you're trying to invite these new experiences and make room for the new in your life. You're suddenly feeling the urge to declutter and let go of old, I don't know why clothing came in, but clothing or objects or collections. And it could be because of this new thing that's coming in that you're fully like newly interested in. You have to kind of make room for it, right? So part of whatever this new chapter is, or this new change that's coming in, this next change, could involve some organizing or some cleaning or some decluttering. So I do see a little bit of decluttering in your future, whether that's, you know, on a large scale, like letting go of furniture and like completely relocating, or if it's just smaller scale and like making some room in a desk so that you can, you know, make room for this new hobby or this new interest or this thing that you're submersing yourself in. So yeah, you're making some space or you're clearing out excess, or this could just be part of like one of the changes that's coming in just on its own, is that you're suddenly getting the urge to spring clean. We're approaching that time of year. Actually, this is usually the time where I start to kind of get that urge to clean and declutter and let go of the old. So yeah, I do see a big clean, maybe like a yard sale, or you're donating some things, giving some friends some things, but you're letting go of excess or anything that's become too cluttery. I feel like you want space. I feel like you just want some space. You know, room to grow is what I'm getting. You're craving some room to grow. So that's cool. And it's so interesting today because there's been a bit too coming up about like relocating. So that may also resonate for you. There could be actual like you could literally be moving as part of this. Okay. So there could be something about moving or relocating. It doesn't have to be, but it certainly could, right? Let's see what else is coming through here. Yeah, I feel like with total submersion, King of Cups, and let your heart lead you, I feel like you're fully diving into something you love. And I feel like this is something you've been wanting to do for a long time. I feel like it's a passion or an interest that you've had for a long time. And maybe you didn't have the time. Maybe you didn't have the space. But now I feel like you've got the space to fully dive into this. And it could be, for everyone watching, it could be something big. These readings always don't have to be like earth-shattering, like huge things, right? The next change in your life, the next big change could be you fully diving into a passion that you love, and it's painting. Like you're like, you know what, I'm making space in my life to paint, and I'm going to clear out that shelf so I can like store and organize my painting supplies so I can access them easier, and I can actually sit down and paint, a couple times a week. And I'm joining that painting class with my friend. So just to put it in perspective, right? I like to give some examples because, this could be really like everyday things, right? So fit it into how it fits with you. But the overall themes here are definitely embracing the new, embracing a bit of that Fool card energy for sure, seizing the day. I think part of this next big change that could come in is involving, I accidentally said appointment, so there could be something about an appointment or an opening. Like I'm getting almost like there's a cancellation and then you get called or something like that. Like there's something. Or travel. It could be something like a travel opportunity or a good time with a friend. And, there's an opening or something. Like I just keep getting there's like an opening, and there's going to be something where they're like, okay, I need to know by the end of this week, but would you be interested in this? Or we need to know by the end of the day, we've got this opening for this position. Would you be interested in coming in to interview? Or something like there's availability in this class. One person dropped out, there's a spot available. Are you interested? Yes, I am. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. So really cool. Really, really cool. I feel like you are definitely experiencing new things, and this is a new dawn for you. And I feel like it's going to open up new opportunities for you. And this is giving you an opportunity to fully dive into something that you love, to fully just embrace it and experience it. And I feel too like group 3, you're possibly learning new skills as part of this and exploring new techniques possibly. Like there's something about getting new techniques or polishing your skills or, learning from someone. There could be like almost like someone mentoring you or teaching you possibly. Okay, it could be a friend teaching you something about their skills. But I feel like you're exploring different techniques is coming in with something, exploring different techniques. I do feel like there's a particular relationship that's really deepening. It's really being strengthened in this new chapter of your life. You're getting really close to someone, and I feel like you're making more time to do something that you love too. Like you're scheduling this in. This is important for you. And it's so funny because this card mentions being in a transitional phase. So this 6 of Swords is really fitting because I do feel like, I'm not surprised to see all these messages about being in this sort of in-between stage today, because that's kind of what the reading is, right? What is the next big change? There's going to be some time to kind of adapt to this. So yeah, I feel like while you're kind of waiting for this phone call or whatever this is, you've got some time to declutter. You've got some time to kind of make space for this new that's coming in. I feel like you're making some space. Yeah, but I'm seeing great relationships, really rewarding relationships, a relationship really deepening. I'm seeing you completely just like diving into something that you love. You're letting your heart lead you. You're definitely, whatever this is, you're leading with your heart. You're leading with your emotions. You're leading with your intuition. You're trusting your heart. Really listening to your intuition. You're going your own way with something, I'm getting. You're going your own direction. Because I like how it says, you hold an internal roadmap, and this one talks about maps. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. You hold the map within your heart, is what this is saying. So you're really going your own direction with something. You're like, I'm getting you're paving your new way. You're paving a new way. Things are improving. This is going to bring some sort of improvement with something. Sort of a lighter energy too. I think with this clearing the excess, like there's a lighter sort of clear, airy energy. So it's like welcoming the new, right? It's like fresh. It's like a fresh air feeling, So I'm kind of, it's so funny. I feel like over the next few weeks or even days, you're opening your windows, lighting a candle, cleaning up, organizing that closet, organizing that junk drawer, organizing that desk, that room that you just kind of push things in and like drop things in. You're getting in there and organizing. And then because of this, you've got space to like spend time doing something that you love or having that friend over. you know, for coffee because you got things organized, you know? So there's like this, like this seems important to you, group 3, for some reason, is like clearing excess, decluttering. Do a little bit at a time too, right? Don't like bite off more than you can chew, I would say, with this. So, you know, maybe every day you organize one drawer. So for me, I like to kind of focus on one space at a time. I'll set my timer for 1 hour. That really helps because then I just focus on that spot. And I'm not allowed to kind of jump from room to room or different projects because I'm really bad for that. So I set my timer for even like half an hour and focus on that one spot for like that time. And then after the timer goes off, then I can go do something else for a while. Then I come back and do the same thing. So that is one little tip that might help. Let's get your treasure chest oracle. So kind of similar to charms, but we're doing something a little bit different today just to have some fun. So this is the treasure chest oracle. I'm sure I'll put some clips of it in the intro. It's just got random items. This always holds trinkets and different treasures, but I really kind of focused on anything to do with the beach or summertime or mermaids, anything like that. And then just like things a mermaid might find or collect. So there's all sorts of little things in here. So how I've been doing it is basically closing my eyes, giving it a shuffle, grabbing a handful. So I'll be curious to see what you get. But yeah, there's all sorts of things in here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lower the sound. If it ends up being too loud while I'm editing, I'll make sure to lower the sound. But yeah, let's dive in. I'm going to close my eyes and just see what we get. I want to kind of give it a good shuffle though, because I got a few of the same ones last time. So I really want to shuffle it and see if we can get something different. Focus on this corner here. Dropped one. I could use this. Okay. All right. Let's see what you have here. Group 3. Okay, everyone got this compass. You got some different ones, actually. You did. You got a couple of the same ones, but you got some different ones. Okay, so let's see what you've got. This is making me think like you've got a lot of gold here. So I'm noticing like golden opportunity. There's something about a golden opportunity. Treasure. This is making me think of treasure in this treasure chest. Okay, so what should we focus on? Oh, you've got this treasure chest too. So you've got a lot of treasure chests. Okay, so yeah, treasure chests. Our theme, treasure. Let's just look at this. Go for it. I'm getting golden opportunity. With all of this gold, golden opportunity. Go for it. Strike when the iron is hot. So there's definitely some sort of golden opportunity. I wonder too, because I was kind of getting it coming in suddenly, but this is making me wonder if you can kind of see it ahead of time. You might get a bit of a heads up, or like you might be able to see it or predict it ahead of time. Okay, there could be something about you see it before it happens or something like that, or you get like a heads up on something. This can also kind of go with like explore, the themes of explore, like looking beyond at something, like looking beyond, getting something about looking beyond what is right in front of you, maybe like setting your sights farther. Getting so much with this is a cool one actually. So yeah, looking beyond. This is kind of reminding me of the one card that you had, the let your heart lead you, because it's just a compass, right? So, and it's also like this with the treasure chest. I'm getting a lot about like treasure hunting with the little pirate here. So definitely something about treasure hunting. You've also got the dress. Okay, so it was so funny because didn't I say earlier like something about decluttering clothes popped in? So that could be definitely part of this. But you know, it seems like a lot of people too are like finding their style or recreating their style. So you could be kind of in the process of like finding your style or changing your wardrobe, or uniform just came in. So there could be something about needing this new change is bringing in like a uniform. Okay, so it could be something to do with your new job, or like not even a uniform, but like professional dress or something like that. So you may have to like go out and buy some new clothes or something. But like I said, this could involve decluttering. Maybe your style's just changed, right? So maybe your style's changed, and so you're kind of rethinking your style or something like that. Could be coming through. You've got the anchor. So the anchor in this case, I feel like with explore, I feel like you're ready to kind of like see what else is out there. I feel like maybe you've been in the same place for a while. Anchors can kind of have two meanings. Either it's we're ready to kind of settle in and just kind of pause and be where we are, be steady, be still, or have we been in one place, for too long? So I feel like for you, you're about to kind of set sail, so to speak, with this theme, but you're about to kind of set sail and see what else is out there, explore. I'm getting you're really like exploring your options right now. And it's so funny because with this golden opportunity, it's like you might get other opportunities, but like trust yourself, because there's going to be one where you're like, no, this is it. This is the opportunity. This is what I've been waiting for. It's going to be like, you're not going to be confused. I'll say that. Okay, I feel like you're going to know, like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the opportunity. Okay, you've got the pyrite here. So this could bring in some more abundance. Okay, this could definitely bring in more abundance, especially with, I keep getting golden opportunity with all of this gold here. You've got this flower. So what could this flower be? Let me know what you get from this. I'm really kind of feeling like this has to do with like growth. This is going to be a period of growth for you. There could be something about flowers too that's personal to you. You've got a really interesting one. This is like a little ring. It's got a treasure chest. It should open. Yeah, it does. So it's a little ring and it's a treasure chest. So I think this kind of goes into like this idea of fully committing to whatever this is. Like whatever this is that's coming is going to require your full commitment. So you may have to sign some sort of contract involved, like if it's a job or something with like a business launch or like something you're collaborating on. There could be something about committing or signing some sort of contract possibly. But I think more so, I'm getting so much like with this, these two look almost identical. But yeah, I mean, this could also be talking too about like maybe discovering more talents, discovering more abilities that you have, or like, or possibly like growing your talents or working on some sort of skill that you have, learning new skills, exploring new skills was definitely coming through. But yeah, there's something about commitment because it's a ring, right? But treasure chest can just have to do with abundance, finding some sort of treasure. And then you have the little beach chair. Each group has gotten the beach chair today. Something just very specifically just popped into my head, but the phrase, "you're not sitting this one out," came in. Okay, so that just came in like a bolt of lightning. So I don't know what that means, but maybe it has to do with this. Like, you're not sitting it out this time. Like, you're not kind of watching from the sidelines. You're embracing this new experience. You're diving in yourself. You're getting involved. Okay, so I'm getting something, you're not sitting this one out. So when this opportunity comes in and your heart is just so pulled to dive into this and take this chance and really go for it and dive into this thing that you love, or take this opportunity, with this friend or whatever this ends up being, explore this new thing, just fell out, but you're not sitting it out, You're not like, oh no, I'll just next time. Like, you're like, no, this opportunity came in, I'm taking it. So that came in pretty clearly. Maybe like be ready. I'm getting like wait and watch, be ready for this. I want to quickly look at the starfish card really quickly and just see what it says. Okay, so beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. It says, the starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Bingo. I think that resonates for someone. So what dream have you put aside to please others? I feel like no more. When this opportunity comes up, I feel like you're just going to be pulled so strongly to just go for it and take this interview, join this class, join your friend for this adventure. So when in balance, this energy is uplifting, artistic, and expressive. I do feel like you are diving into something that might be artistic, or maybe growing your skills in some way, or your abilities. When out of balance, gossips feels empty. So you may have been kind of like feeling, not like, kind of honestly, I'm getting something about like maybe judgmental of like people that have been fully immersed in something that they love. Like feeling a little bit almost jealous or I mean, no one, it's okay to admit this to yourself. Like, I've been jealous before, right? So it's important to like be honest with yourself. So if you've been like, if you've ever caught yourself gossiping, it's like, oh, big deal. Like, what are they? Think about maybe where that's coming from. Jealousy is a really helpful clue. When you're feeling jealous of something, it's telling you what you might want for yourself. So use it as a clue. If you're feeling jealous, or if you've caught yourself kind of gossiping about someone else that's maybe doing something that they love, or following their passion, or following their heart or their dream, just pay attention to that. That's coming through. To bring into balance, positive friends. So you need to surround yourself with more positive people. And I feel like you're going to be doing that. Part of this new change is bringing in positive, uplifting, supportive people. It says positive friends. Are we always positive? No, of course not. But you'll notice if you've got friends that are like always, because I'm getting something about gossiping. If you've got friends that are always gossiping and like judging other people and always have something mean to say, you're not going to be as likely to pursue something that you love for fear of them doing the same to you. So what I think is happening is part of this new change is bringing in new relationships, new people that are uplifting and supportive. And you can, I love this little dolphin, you can kind of just be yourself. You don't have to worry about what they're saying. When you're pursuing your goals and fully immersing yourself in this passion. And you're going to feel like, I've been missing this. I'm getting like, you've been craving this, you've been missing it. It's like, where has this been all my life? Like, that's the feeling that I'm getting. So yeah, I think some positive new friendships are coming in. Let's get you some letters. And have fun with it. Look in the comments. I won't spend too long on this, only because it's today's a longer reading. But let me know what you think, and definitely check out my Beach Bag Oracle reading, because it was a lot of fun and not a lot of people saw that reading. My readings don't get pushed out as much as they used to, so and it's always the ones where I feel like the most creative and like I have so much fun with. So you could be a Sagittarius. Yeah, like this video if you enjoy this and you like me to do these, because I could do my treasure chest oracle more if you like it. I could add more treasures to it. I was saying to the other groups, it reminds me at Red Lobster when I was a kid. If you'd go to Red Lobster, they'd bring you this treasure chest and you got to choose a treasure, a little toy. Okay, so let me know what you see. Something about an unsent message is coming through, unsent. I'm seeing, sometimes you'll just see things based on the way they fall. I'm seeing require, something's required. I'm seeing I'm getting something about your attention's required. Pay attention. I think with this, like, pay attention. And I was getting, again, don't sit this one out. Don't sit this one out. I feel like you tend to sit things out. You'll be like, oh, next time, or what will they think? I feel like you're kind of letting go of the idea of like what people will think, because you've been missing this. It's like something that you want to do, something that you love. You've been like sitting out for a long time. I see fish. Believe. I see believe. Do we have a V? I see most of believe. Sometimes you'll see things, all of the letters won't be there. You've got the word or there. Yeah, we do have a V, so believe is there. Let me know what you see, group 3. I'm going to wrap up here because we're almost at like 40 minutes. So let me know what you think. We will see you next time. Hello, group 4. If you chose the whale card, then this is your messages for what is the next big change happening in your life. So as you can see, we've got a bit of a beach theme today. I don't know if you remember, but in the summer, I did a beach bag oracle. We filmed a reading on the dock by the water, and we used my beach bag oracle. So we're kind of doing something similar, only this time it's a treasure chest oracle. So we are going to do that right after your cards. But first, let's take a look at your cards and see what is the next big change coming in for you, group 4. Oh, I don't know which one. I feel both of them. All right, so let's see what we have. Next big change. So you've got oh my goodness gracious. You've got disengage from outcomes. So let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Interesting. Life is better together. So ground, rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Okay, so a lot of you are really worried about what something is going to happen, okay? And you've got like a particular vision in mind of how something's going to unfold or what's going to happen. And it seems to be creating some anxiety. Let's just see, we'll get all of your cards, then we'll fully dive in. So group 4, what is group 4's next big change? Rapid changes, control issues, let it go. Yeah, so I'm sensing that you are trying to kind of like control the outcome of something. You've got a very clear picture in your mind of like how something is supposed to be, where something is supposed to go, and there's sort of an unpredictability to your reading, group 4. So I'm just going to adjust this so you can kind of see everything. We're going to get more cards too, but yeah, I'll get all of your cards, but I am sensing there's a bit of an unpredictability with your reading. Something could change rapidly, or part of this next big change could kind of like require you to kind of pivot, or might be something you're not expecting. Okay, so in the moment, it might be like, hey, this isn't how it's supposed to go. This isn't the way I thought it was going to go. Because I do feel like you've got like a very clear image. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a vision or, you know, a picture of what it is you want to accomplish. Of course not. But it could be that it happens differently than you thought, or you're sort of being pulled in a different direction that you didn't expect. We will see. We're going to get all of your cards to get the full picture, but you're definitely being encouraged to let something go, you know. And it could also be too, like, maybe something isn't supposed to happen the way you thought it was supposed to happen. Let's see, group 4. So what is group 4's next big change? King of Swords. It's funny. I just saw that card. 7 of Pentacles. The Sun with the 6 of Cups. Look at that on the bottom. Yeah, I'm strong. Okay, this is really coming in. This is so different than the other groups, group 4, because there's an unpredictability to this, and there is I think it's really going to depend on how you look at it, right? If you can kind of let go of the steering wheel, so to speak, for the time being, and kind of go with the flow, this could be really exciting and really fun. But if you try to, I guess, control the way things are happening right now too much, it seems to be like creating frustration is what I'm getting. It's creating frustration. So it's like the universe is trying to kind of like direct you in one direction, but you're like, no, this is the way. So let's see what else we get. We've got one more deck, but I do find it interesting because this is the energy I was feeling, and it's on the underside of the deck. So I think one of the answers to the question today, what is the next big change, is it's happening fast. It's going to be unpredictable, and it's going to require your adaptability. So if you can be adaptable right now, this could be a really positive thing. So it's really kind of up to you in a sense. And I know it's difficult to be adaptable, especially like if you are the type of person that plans things out, and you've got a very particular, one of my hairs is sticking there. If you've got a very particular, like rigid, or, you know, not even rigid, but like thought out plan. If you're a planner, this I understand is very uncomfortable. Okay, if you're a planner, if you like to follow plans and a structure, and which I see that you definitely might, then I get that this is like this can be challenging. But I would say the advice from the cards so far today is just to be adaptable, be flexible, because the near future, and this is happening soon, it's so hard to tell timelines, I find, with readings, but for you, group 4, I can tell you it's happening soon. So something's happening soon, it's happening somewhat suddenly, and there's going to be, I'm taking this because it's on the bottom, and it's exactly what it's funny because I was picturing this exact one because we're using this deck, but yeah, there's something definitely coming in rapidly, and this kind of has with it the, look at it, communicate came out. This definitely has the feeling of all at once, things happening kind of, it's so funny how that happens too, right? Because it feels sometimes like nothing's happening, and you've been patient and you've been waiting, and then everything all at once happens, right? And all of these changes come in, and all of these different things come in suddenly and out of nowhere. And even if you've been waiting, it can kind of feel like out of nowhere, right? So Because I feel like you've been very used to waiting. I feel like you've been waiting for a long time. Or something you've been doing, you've been like spending a lot of time with it. You've been like expecting it to go a certain way because you've been working on it for a long time. And then all of this like unpredictable energy comes in and you're like, hey, whoa. So this is really testing your ability to like release control and adapt. Okay? So that's the main core message, but let's kind of get more specific here. One theme that has been, and I don't know, let me know if you know what's happening astrologically that is bringing in this energy. I'd love to hear it because I had a feeling. I even said to group 3, group 4, if they get this, I'll know something's going on because there is such a heavy focus on community. Group 2 had a card about collaboration and teaming up. Group 2 had teamwork makes the dream work. Group 3 had 3 of Pentacles. And here we have life is better together. So there's a strong emphasis on today's reading in general, collectively. Everyone got different messages, of course, but the one message that has gone through every single group has been community. Okay, so this just, and that's why I'm saying, like, if you know what's going on astrologically or what's happening planetarily that's causing this, I'd be so interested because there's so much emphasis on community and friends and teams and just like counting on your community. I feel like maybe this is good. Maybe this means everyone's kind of like coming together to support one another. Like, I hope that's the case, but let's see. It says, seek assistance from your community, connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. So that's very interesting with communicate. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. So for group 4, you're getting a really strong clue here, okay? There's something you need to communicate. If you don't say it, this message won't be received. You need to say it, okay? So there's something, or communication coming in, maybe even possibly towards you, but there's definitely a theme of like sticking together, communicating, keeping communication open. I'm getting keeping communication open with the people around you right now is really important, whether it be coworkers, just people in your community, your friends, your family. Communication is really, really emphasized right now. Kind of leaning on one another for you specifically is coming through. You may be reconnecting with somebody or possibly even forming a new connection, but I am sensing reconnecting or possibly even just spending more time with those relationships that are very valuable to you, relationships you've had for a long time, right? Those friendships, those relationships that you really cherish is coming through, okay? So that's part of this change. I don't know exactly what it'll be for each of you, but part of this change is your relationships. And then back onto communication, because you've got the King of Swords. Part of this next big change is going to really require your honesty and for you to communicate, I'm getting confidently, okay? So you may need to ask something of someone. You may need to communicate what it is you want. Okay, so let's just say, for an example, you're in an interview and they say, okay, well, what is it? What would you like to be paid? Communicate clearly, confidently is going to be the key here. So, I think there's something about you're going to need to communicate very honestly and be honest. Something about being honest is coming through as well. Let's see. It says, ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness to the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. Yeah, I see you're very concerned about the future because going back to, I feel like you're a planner and I feel like things have been so unpredictable and I feel like a lot of us are feeling it, but lately it's just like, what is going on? So I feel like group 4, you're really heavily feeling this. So right now might be a good time to kind of like, I'm getting, you might be doing more research into something. I don't know exactly what that is, but there could be something you're doing more research into or you're getting more knowledge about or you're clarifying something. Also, what's coming through group 4 is you tend to underestimate your ability to problem solve. Okay, I feel like you tend to underestimate this. And every time you always do, you always figure it out, you solve the problem. I think you are more adaptable or more of a problem solver than you give yourself credit for. Okay, so that's part of this too. I feel like whatever this is, like you're worried about the future, but you're underestimating your ability to adjust. Okay, so that's coming through. I'm getting your messages sort of in like little, almost like if messages came through in like text form. That's kind of how it's coming through today, which is different, but I'm just going with it. Another change separate from maybe the whole overall message, but I'm getting a lot of different things for you. Like I said, one of the things that I'm getting is there's definitely themes of possible forgiveness here. This card talked about forgiveness. This says life is better together. You've got Six of Cups. You've got communicate. You got, like, I'm seeing a lot here about there could be part of this next big change that's coming in could involve forgiveness in a relationship or working something out with someone. It doesn't even have to be necessarily forgiveness. That word is there, but it could just be more so working something out or reconnecting with someone. So if you felt strain with someone, if there's been distance, and this is definitely someone you would like to reconnect with, okay, I want to be clear, but there's definitely something like if you've been feeling tension or distance or strain in a certain relationship, or if you haven't been communicating well, especially if I'm getting romantically, I'm seeing you're reconnecting, okay? There's going to be a reconnection or improvements, but it is going to require complete honesty. So I do sense that there's part of this next big change that's coming through is a real honest conversation or a chance to communicate something that maybe you've been holding in or something you've been like, just maybe building up resentment about. And I think you also might learn something about someone else's side of things that maybe you hadn't realized or hadn't considered. So I feel like there's a relationship here coming through that is making some changes and some adjustments to go forward with, okay? So that's definitely coming through. And there's something about like you are just you're just trying to get your point across, right? Okay, so I feel like there could be a discussion where you're feeling, okay, like you get my point, you understand what I was trying to say. That's all I wanted. I just wanted you to understand where I was coming from in this. You might not agree though, I just want to emphasize, you might not agree on this, but at least I think you're understanding where each other are coming from, which is a start, okay? I think that's going to be helpful. I'm getting the word recalibration just came in. So it's like, I feel like you're recalibrating something or something just isn't going in the direction you thought. So you're trying to kind of be like, okay, well, let's just see, like, let's recalibrate. It's coming through. Like, okay, well then what do we do now? Okay, this didn't go according to plan, so where do we go from here? You may be in a situation where you are a little bit of like the person that people go to for like, okay, what do we do now? So some part of this big change that's coming through, you might be actually the person where people are like, hey, what now then? That didn't work, or this is shifting, this changed, where do we go from here? So you may be a little bit of the person that people come to for like, okay, what do I do? What do I do now? So you may be like part of this next change that's coming in may require you to also help guide other people. And I realize that might be maybe welcomed news, maybe not, but it may just be one person. It could be like a friend or something like that, but you may have to... Oh, the phone's ringing downstairs. Isn't that bizarre? So there's a phone ringing downstairs and you've got communicate, and I'm getting these messages about like messages coming in. There could be an important phone call coming in. Group 4, like a big phone call that's causing you to kind of rethink something. Like something might change last minute. Like you get a phone call, it's like, okay, this has changed. We need to pivot. We need to change. We need to adapt. So your flexibility is really going to come in handy here. I think part of like going with the flow too and like being okay with these rapid changes is just like this card says, just being in the now. Rather than fixating on the past or worrying about the future, just being in the now, which is such a challenge. I get that because I struggle with that, but it's sort of like, again, just kind of being mindful to just be present. Take things as they come, take things a day at a time right now is what I'm getting to tell you. Take things a day at a time. Keep communication open with the people that you love, or the people in your life, because this will be helpful. But I think to answer the question, to kind of summarize, what is the next big change? There's a lot of them and they're happening quickly, and this could be a good thing too. Remember, you've got the sun. No matter what the sun comes out with, it warms it up a bit, okay? So keep that in mind. This is exciting. And I think, again, it's how you look at it, okay? You could either look at it as, oh no, this isn't what I thought. Oh no. Or you could look at it as, oh, this isn't what I thought, but let's see what else is coming then. Like, okay, let's go with this. Let's be flexible. Let's adapt. So there is potential to be like really excited or optimistic about what is happening here. I think what's happening too with you group 4 is you're starting to kind of see where there was issues that you didn't notice before is coming through. So there's like maybe a chance to fix something or make some adjustments is coming through, make some changes. So this actually might be good because it might be pointing out where there was problems that you didn't notice before. But yeah, to kind of answer the question, the next big changes, several rapid changes. Let's read what Vanessa says about this one maybe, just for fun. I think these two go really well together. Rapid changes and control issues, let it go. Because it's like when things are happening rapidly, it's impossible to kind of control everything, especially when lots of things are happening at once, which I feel like is happening for you. Okay, let's see. This is called the broad club cuttlefish. It can rapidly transform their skin texture and patterns depending on whether they are camouflaging themselves or launching an attack on unsuspecting prey. Their flexibility is an exquisite talent that helps this predatory cephalopod thrive and survive in the world's oceans. Very cool. I didn't even know that the broad club cuttlefish was a thing. So there is, of course, a time to stand your ground, but there's also a time to be adaptable. So that's where these two, I think, connect. Because I think in this situation, whatever this change is, and we won't know exactly what it is necessarily, everyone will be different, but there's always those situations where it's like, no, this is the way. And then other times it's like, okay, well, I have to adapt or I have to be flexible with this. So I think this is one of those times. It says, now is the time for you to embrace rapid changes coming towards you and to learn to adapt just as swiftly. This mindset will help you go with the flow rather than swim against the current. It's so funny because I was imagining that. It's like life is like, okay, this is the way. And you're like, no, this is the way. And then it's just like you keep hitting the same issue maybe or something like that. So I feel like this is like, okay, well, let's go then. Okay, so it says, this mindset will help you go with the flow rather than trying to swim against the current. After all, you cannot control your surroundings, but you certainly control how you respond to them. Being flexible, no matter the circumstances, will also result in public recognition from others. This can quickly lead to financial gains and an elevation. Listen to this. This can quickly lead to financial gains and an elevation of your social status. So interesting. In your ability to adapt, someone's recognizing it. It could be your boss at work. It could be like a potential client or customer. Wow, look at how they adapted to this situation. It could be someone that wants to work with you. It could be just someone you're inspiring. Because I was getting someone's coming to you for advice. So that could be maybe why I was picking up on that. But people are recognizing it, okay? So this can quickly lead to financial gains and an elevation of social status. After all, in a world where many people only want what they want, a flexible individual willing to adapt is seen as invaluable. Wow. So everyone's trying to control situations right now, and you're like, okay, and I feel like you're not compromising on boundaries. I just want to be clear. Like, I feel like you're not compromising on your safety or what's really important to you, but you're being flexible about like how something's going to happen or the direction where things are going or like how things are kind of unfolding. You're learning to adapt. So you're going to have an easier time with this than someone who's like, no, and kind of, planting firmly and just being stubborn. You're like, okay, let's go with this. So, and I feel like you're learning a lot along the way. You're so smart too. You're so smart. Like, I feel like I keep getting for you, group 4, you're such an amazing problem solver. It's just like you don't recognize this about yourself sometimes, or you forget. I feel like you remind yourself, but you forget. You're like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good actually at problem solving and coming up with solutions. So just don't forget that, okay? Okay, let's get your treasure chest oracle, and then we'll get your letters. This is the treasure chest oracle. So there's a bunch of odds and ends in here. Very random collection. A lot of them are beach related or water related. Not everything, but a lot of them are. And basically I'm just kind of shuffling. I'm using my hand because I tried to use this little boat, but I couldn't see because I'm closing my eyes. So I'm closing my eyes and just grabbing a handful, and I'm going to shuffle them. If it's too loud, I'll definitely adjust the volume so it's not too disruptive. But yeah, I'm just going to shuffle. I'm going to give this a really good shuffle so we can get some different ones. But yeah, we've got some good variety today so far, so I'll be curious to see what you get. But yeah, lots of odds and ends and different treasures. This is always filled with treasures, but today I just put in the ones for this specific oracle. So yeah, what's this? I actually didn't know that was in there. A little piece of wood. Okay, so let me shuffle this. I keep knocking over this whale card, so maybe you got maybe something kind of knocked you off your balance or something. Okay. Oh, and what's so interesting too is you have communicate. Whales represent communication too, so that's interesting. Lots about communication or having to communicate. You may have to you may have to be in the position to communicate something. Interesting, but yeah, definitely. Oh, the candle just went out. Okay, so let me get your treasures. This one keeps getting wrapped up. Let me try and get some from the corner. I feel like that's where the small ones always end up. Okay. A couple different ones. Yeah, you did. Okay, cool. It's hard to do that with my hands. I don't know, I'll experiment, right? I might go back to the beach bag next time. You didn't get as many, but you got some cool ones. You got some different ones. Okay, so you've got the ice cream cone. It has a little piece of gold leaf on it, which is kind of random. You've got the ice cream cone. You've got the locket with the seahorse. You've got this shell here. You've got this flower. And you've got this little undersea princess or queen or something like that. Little octopus looking little girl. Okay, let's see what's going on here, group. I feel the need to leave this here because it keeps falling off the chair. All right, so... So the seahorse, horses make me think of the knights sometimes. So this is making me think of someone opening up. So there could be something someone's been holding in or keeping secret, maybe opening up, just because it's a locket with your communication cards and the idea of forgiveness. Okay, so there could be something there. Again, it reminds me of knights movement. So something, again, moving, something's happening rapidly maybe. Yeah, locket. Connection, again, with someone you value. I feel like some of you are reconnecting with someone you haven't seen in quite some time. Okay, someone you maybe have been thinking about a lot, or you share a lot of memories with. The locket. I should put pictures in here. Yeah, there's something there. Let me know what you get from seahorses. There could be more meaning to seahorses as well that I'm not picking up on. Very cute though. Okay. All right, so you also have, this is ice cream cone, but it's actually lip gloss. So again, I'm getting focus on communication. I'm just thinking of the mouth. So communication, words, speaking. But ice cream cone too, in general, they can make me think of a sweet treat or enjoying the moment. Being in the moment was a strong emphasis in your reading. So it could be saying be in the moment, deal with what you have now, right? Rather than, again, trying to change the past or control the way something's turning out. We really, that's the thing is too, if you are someone who likes to be in control, it's an illusion, right? It's an illusion because we're really not in control. No matter how much we feel like we are, we're not, right? So I feel like you're kind of realizing that or embracing that, because I feel like you know that, but yeah, I feel like you're kind of just being in the moment. Ice cream cones make me think of being in the moment. This could also be saying too that something that's happening for you is really fun. Depending on how you look at it, it could be something really fun or enjoyable. It's wanting you to enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience. The flowers to me represent growth. It could be something about, this is kind of making me think, it's reminding me of the sun card, just the way, I don't know, something about the way it looks. It reminds me of the sun, or kind of reminds me of the sun or a star or something right now. So I'm really picturing that as a star, but I'm also getting themes of course, growth. So maybe this is recently I did a reading where I kept getting the message of like a growth spurt. So there's like a growth spurt in your life or something like that. So there could be something about just growth in general. Flowers too with like the sun card. Maybe something about just, I'm honestly getting just like positivity. I'm getting something, that song, Soak Up the Sun. That's funny. The Sheryl Crow song, I'm gonna soak up the sun. It just came in. You might want to listen to that one. So random. Okay, and then this little octopus. This is interesting. So I wonder, because everything's kind of happening rapidly, what you might be doing is like something may require you to kind of multitask. Okay, so the octopus sometimes makes me think of multitasking. So there could be something you're required to multitask. Balance. Octopus can represent balance. What's on her head? Looks like little... What's going on here? Let me know what you get from this little character, but I'm really thinking of multitasking. Confidence. I like the way she's standing sort of confidently. I'm thinking of multitasking. That's what's coming through. So yeah, that could just mean that with these rapid changes and these this adaptability, you might have to adapt and multitask and kind of just go with the flow. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I love this. Life is better together. Throughout these changes, you're not alone. So lean into the people around you. It's saying seek assistance from your community. Connect with your family, with your friends. Reconnection is definitely coming through for you. Look for the support. Lean into the support around you. You're not alone. And it's saying it can be simple as making a phone call. So that could be a clue. You might know exactly what that's about. And also the phone rang. That was so, I don't know if you could hear it in the reading, but the phone was ringing downstairs. So that could be relevant to you. But let's get you some letters, group 4. I'm getting someone's going to be communicating with you really honestly. It's good to I'm getting to be receptive to what they have to say. It's coming through. Yeah. Someone may be communicating very honestly for sure, but be receptive to what they have to say. I'm not saying be disrespected or anything like that, but someone might be really being very honest, okay, or very direct. So it may require your compassion. Something like that, of course, take it how it resonates. Obviously, if they're being disrespectful, that's something else entirely. But I feel like it's just more so about directness and honesty, being very upfront. Okay, let's see what we get. Look in the comments. There's always great suggestions. I don't always see things, but sometimes I do. So let me know. I see test. Yeah, I feel like you've been... And maybe it's been a long time coming, where you're no, this is the way though, this is the way. And the universe is no, this is the way. You're nope. So it could be this has been an ongoing thing. And finally you're okay, then let's go. What's the direction then? So I feel like you're sort of embracing this a little bit. Saturday could be important. The name Susan or Sue. Lesson, you could have learned a lesson of some kind, or be kind of learning a lesson right now, I guess. Lesson. Oh, I didn't talk about this is listen. This to me, because I always think of these shells as listening. These are the shells they always say if you put it up to your ear, you can hear the ocean. So I think of listening. So again, with the Queen of Cups that I just noticed, something about being receptive, or you might have to listen or hear someone out with something. Yeah, so think about receptive with the shell. It kind of looks like this ice cream cone, this pattern. This shape is very strong throughout this reading. That's interesting. Ice cream cones. Okay, let me know what you see. Time. And I want you to know things are going to steady back out, right? Things aren't going to stay this unpredictable and this, it's not always going to feel this way, right? You're going to feel more steady and more in control again. But for now, it's wee. So I think embrace the excitement. There's something exciting about it, right? There's something that can be very exciting about it. There's the seahorse. Look at that. Interesting. Okay, let me know what you see from the letters. Look in the comments. If you enjoyed this reading, definitely hit that like button. That really does help my channel. And you can check out my previous beach-themed reading with my beach bag oracle. Kind of similar outside. It was really fun, so check that out. Not a lot of people saw that video for some reason. And it's always like the videos that I love. Like I recently did one. I love all my videos. I love doing all of these readings, but I did one about like what makes you attractive recently. Oftentimes the ones that I just love so much that don't get pushed out. So anyways, the Beach Bag Oracle. Check it out because I had so much fun doing it. So that'll be linked below. And yeah, we will see you next time, Group 4. I hope you have a wonderful time with these changes. I think it's going to be great if you can just go with the flow for the meantime. And a lot of exciting things are happening for you. So if you can embrace the unpredictability of it and just kind of go with it, I think things can be really great. So we will see you next time.